Imagine standing before a clock so large it could be seen from over 25 kilometers away, a towering symbol of both modern engineering and foundational religious tradition. This is not a dream, it's a reality in the heart of Mecca, Saudi Arabia. The Abraj al-Bait, also known as the Makkah Royal Clock Tower, is a breathtaking structure that serves as a beacon for millions of Muslims around the world. Built at an astounding cost of $16 billion, this project combines spiritual significance, cutting-edge technology, and global collaboration on an unmatched scale. World's largest clock, an enormous timekeeper. You've heard of London's Big Ben, right? Well, imagine that clock multiplied in size by 35. That's how enormous the Makkah clock is. Each hand measures an astounding 43 meters in diameter, making it the largest clock on the planet by a long shot. One of its minute hands stretches over 22 meters, about the length of 2 city buses placed end to end. Constructed using carbon fiber, the clock's hands are engineered to withstand extreme conditions. Mecca's boiling heat and frequent sandstorms are no match for these durable components. The clock itself is lit up with over 2 million LED lights, making it visible both day and night. For worshippers in the city, the clock isn't just an amazement of size, it's a crucial timekeeper that aligns daily activities with the call to prayer, touching deeply in the spiritual rhythm of the city. But this clock is more than a timepiece. It's a symbol that time and faith are inevitably linked. As its hands move, so do the routines of the millions of Muslims who travel to Mecca annually, especially during the Hajj pilgrimage. Cultural significance. A spiritual landmark, the Makkah Royal Clock Tower, is not only a breathtaking figure on Mecca's skyline, but also a crucial part of the city's spiritual landscape. Located just steps from the Great Mosque of Mecca and the Kaaba, the structure is a guidepost for the millions of Muslims who visit for the Hajj pilgrimage each year. For pilgrims, seeing the tower means they're nearing the most sacred place in Islam, adding a sense of awe and gratitude to the journey. The tower's role isn't only about practical guidance, it's an emotional landmark, providing a reassuring presence for those who may be experiencing Hajj for the first time or who have traveled from across the globe to fulfill a deeply personal and religious obligation. Because of its closeness to the Kaaba, the tower's construction was subject to strict compliance with religious customs and practices. Every element was carefully designed to avoid disrupting the sacred atmosphere of Mecca. For instance, the tower's height was chosen to offer a clear view without casting an unwelcome shadow on the Grand Mosque, ensuring it complemented rather than intruded upon the spiritual ambiance. Furthermore, religious leaders were examined throughout the construction process to make sure every aspect aligned with Islamic principles. The result is a structure that not only enhances Mecca's infrastructure, but also respects and reflects the city's holiness. The economic benefits of the tower and the surrounding complex have also redefined Mecca's role in the world. Beyond being a religious center, it is now a filled with activity city capable of welcoming millions of pilgrims comfortably and efficiently. The Abraj al-Bait complex, which includes luxury hotels, restaurants, and shopping areas, serves a practical purpose. It expands Mecca's accommodation capacity, making the city accessible to a more significant number of pilgrims. This increased accessibility has helped transform religious tourism into a significant part of Saudi Arabia's economy, allowing the country to diversify its income sources beyond oil. During Hajj, Mecca's population rises to several million, creating an atmosphere unlike anywhere else in the world. The surrounding complex offers a wide range of conveniences to make the pilgrimage experience as smooth as possible. Luxury hotels provide not only a place to stay, but also services that cater specifically to pilgrims, including rooms directed towards the Kaaba, in-house prayer areas, and even religious guidance. For many, staying near the Grand Mosque improves the spiritual experience, and the tower's role as an accommodation hub has become invaluable. It helps transform Mecca into a more inclusive, welcoming city, where visitors from all walks of life and nationalities gather under one roof, united in faith. This crossover of faith and modern convenience demonstrates how the tower contributes to Saudi Arabia's enthusiastic vision for its future. With plans to increase the number of annual pilgrims, Saudi Arabia is set to grow its religious tourism industry even further. The tower has been pivotal in reshaping Mecca's identity, no longer just a destination for spiritual travelers, but also a place where pilgrims can enjoy the comforts of modern life. It's where faith meets function, allowing Mecca to uphold its ancient traditions while evolving to serve a growing global Muslim community. The tower's interiors, too, reflect the values and aesthetics of Islamic culture. Each room combines modern luxury with traditional themes, bringing the spirit of the holy city into every corner of the building. For international travelers, this blend of culture and comfort creates a smooth transition into the sacred environment of Mecca, enabling guests to enjoy modern comforts without losing the concept of the spiritual journey they came for. Unique construction challenges, a global collaboration. Constructing one of the tallest buildings in the world is no easy work, especially when the project site is in one of the busiest and most sacred cities on Earth. The unique challenges posed by building the Makkah Royal Clock Tower required an international team of engineers and designers from over 10 different countries. However, there was a critical limitation. Only Muslims are allowed in Mecca. This meant that everyone working on the site had to comply with this restriction, which made assembling the right team all the more complicated. The design of the clock tower was inspired by a combination of historical and modern architectural styles, blending Islamic ideas with cutting-edge technology. Its structure is actually modeled on the Eiffel Tower in Paris, utilizing similar principles of lightweight construction while being able to withstand extreme weather conditions. Given Mecca's harsh climate, intense heat, high winds, and occasional sandstorms, these engineering challenges required innovative solutions. To protect the clock's delicate mechanisms and its towering structure, the clock's hands are constructed from carbon fiber, a material chosen for its ability to handle high winds and temperature fluctuations. The tower itself was built with a composite of materials that ensure both durability and efficiency, further pushing the limits of modern skyscraper construction. But innovation in design doesn't stop at the tower's structure. The crescent that crowns the top of the tower is an architectural gem in its own right. This massive crescent, measuring 23 meters in diameter, is one of the largest in the world. What makes it even more remarkable is that it's powered by solar panels, making the tower not only a symbol of faith, but also a beacon of sustainability. This crescent, visible from miles away, is an emblem of modern Islamic architecture that bridges the past with the future. Height. Records, the tower that touches the sky. The Makkah Royal Clock Tower, part of the Abraj al-Bait complex. Heights to nearly 600 meters, 1,972 feet, ranking it among the tallest structures on Earth. The only building taller than it is Dubai's Burj Khalifa, but the clock tower stands out with one of the highest occupied floors globally, allowing it to function as a home for spiritual visitors, a space for commerce, and a marvel of engineering all in one. One of the tower's most remarkable features is the way it has transformed accommodation in Mecca, offering a new way to experience the holy city. With luxury hotel rooms situated hundreds of meters above ground, visitors gain a panoramic view of Mecca that includes the Haram Mosque and the Kaaba. This rare viewpoint point adds a new layer of spiritual reflection, providing a space to connect with the city and its deep historical significance, while suspended high above its crowded streets. In addition to luxurious rooms, the clock tower also offers one of the world's highest observation decks, providing visitors with a 360-degree view of Mecca and the desert landscape that surrounds it. This viewing deck serves as a space for reflection, where visitors can take in the hugeness of the city and appreciate Mecca's significance within Islam. Standing at such a height, guests experience a breathtaking perspective, one that bridges the heavens and the earth. The view allows them to reflect on the city's history and the millions of people who, throughout centuries, have made the pilgrimage, walking the same paths, facing Kaaba. The viewing deck, equipped with telescopes and seating areas, enhances the spiritual and physical experience. Here, faith and architecture interconnect, creating a place where the modern world elevates religious experience in ways that were previously unimaginable. Expensive project, a $16 billion investment in faith in the future. At a cost of $16 billion, the Makkah Royal Clock Tower is one of the most expensive buildings ever constructed yet. Such an incredible figure reflects not only the huge scale of the project, but also the technological and logistical challenges it presented. Building a 600-meter tall tower with the world's largest clock in the heart of Mecca, one of the holiest and busiest cities on Earth, was never going to be cheap. The clock tower's massive budget covered everything from advanced materials like carbon fiber to high-tech lighting systems, luxurious hotel accommodations, and state-of-the-art astronomical facilities. Beyond these obvious expenses, the complexity of the construction process itself contributed to the cost. For example, managing the tower's construction required a delicate balance between modern engineering and strict obedience to religious customs, which meant additional care and specialized planning. Yet, for Saudi Arabia, this investment was about more than just building an architectural wonder. The Makkah Royal Clock Tower is a key part of the country's broader vision to enhance Mecca's capacity for religious tourism. Every year, millions of Muslims gather in Mecca for Hajj and Umrah, and this surge of visitors puts immense pressure on the city's infrastructure. By creating more accommodation options and increasing the city's visitor capacity, the tower plays a critical role in ensuring that Mecca can comfortably host the growing number of pilgrims year after year. In addition to boosting the tourism industry, the tower stands as a symbol of Saudi Arabia's commitment to blending tradition with progress. The astronomical cost of the project reflects its significance, not just as a religious landmark, but it is a global icon that demonstrates the kingdom's ability to execute large-scale, technologically advanced projects. The Makkah Royal Clock Tower is an investment in both faith and the future. Global icon, a tower of significance that remains relatively unknown. For all its beauty, the Makkah Royal Clock Tower remains relatively unknown outside of the Muslim world. While landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Burj Khalifa, and Big Ben are instantly recognizable worldwide, the clock tower in Mecca doesn't hold the same level of fame, at least not in Western media or chatter. This might be surprising, given that it's one of the tallest buildings in the world, houses the largest clock, and sits at the spiritual heart of Islam. This gap in global recognition highlights a broader issue of cultural awareness. Western media and architectural conversation often focus on buildings and monuments in Europe, North America, or Dubai, while iconic structures in other parts of the world, like the Makkah Royal Clock Tower, don't receive the same attention. The tower's lack of recognition in Western discourse is a reflection of the broader gap in understanding significant cultural landmarks in the Muslim world. Perhaps it's this very contrast, being both a global architectural wonder and a deeply spiritual landmark, that makes the Makkah Royal Clock Tower so fascinating. While it may not enjoy the same fame as other world landmarks, its significance runs much deeper, especially for the millions of people who view it not just as a building, but as a symbol of their faith.